So this summer we've had a pretty good run of pretty good comic book films. We had The Avengers, The Amazing Spider-Man and The Dark Knight Rises. But summer's now over, we're now into sort of like the toilet bowl season where August, September is really just a lot of action films that are just poorly made and just thrown out there just for amusement. Dredd isn't one of those at all. Dredd is actually a really good movie and really unexpected. I mean, I heard that this film was really good, like it was amazing, and I was thinking, is it really that good? But this film is just actually really good. It's nothing against the level of Dark Knight Rises and Avengers, probably more same level of The Amazing Spider-Man, but yeah, this film's actually really surprisingly good. And the story of it is a basic, simple story that it feels like they just took it out of the pages of a comic book. And I think that absolutely works for this film. So the story really is that our protagonist, Judge Dredd, is training his rookie up, and they get called for this to this sort of building because, you know, three people were thrown like onto it and splattered to the ground. They uncover what it is. They infiltrate, you know, scene trying to get something. They discover someone, and all of a sudden, you know, they're in lockdown and something's not quite right, and so they're trying to discover what's hiding in this tower block, but also trying to escape from it. So, what about the characters that portray him? Now, Carl Urban, you haven't heard of him. He's the doctor guy from the Star Trek film in 2009, and I was really surprised to find that he was the one playing it. And here's the best thing. Now, I heard that in the comics, Judge Dredd never removes his helmet, and that's the lone film that happened. Apart, you know, the only reason why he moved his helmet so he can get some face time, because that was the sort of thing he really wanted to make a Judge Dredd film that time. But the helmet in this film stays on throughout the whole film. Like, you'll see at the start of the film where he's getting himself ready for work and whatnot, and you see him, he puts the helmet on, and then that's it. Like, he keeps the helmet on. I think that is really good. One actor that was actually really good is, I think this is how you pronounce it, Oliver Furlobine. Like, I'm really bad at pronouncing names, okay? But she was really good. She's kind of one of these sort of like mutant sort of people, but she just looks like a normal human, but she has psychic powers. Like, I think she's more of like a telepath, and she has some really good, mind-blowing scenes of her own, and she really sort of holds her own in this film. Like, normally psychics, you know, they trail along like the main character, but no, she has her own. She holds her own in this film. And this is what I like about the film as well. Like, the action is really good. You could say it's kind of non-stop. Obviously there's a couple of bits that they slow down a bit, but yeah, it's kind of just non-stop, and I think that is really good. And what I mean, and also the slow down, right? There's this drug called slow-mo where they sort of take it and they feel as though time is slowing down while it's still not, right? But what's really good, right, and I think you need to see this film 3D because it works really well. This isn't this stupid gimmick 3D where, you know, oh, they go right into the sort of the camera, or, you know, kind of like gimmicks or whatnot. No, it's smart 3D. This 3D reminds me of kind of like Avatar 3D and Tron Legacy 3D. It's smart 3D, and I really appreciate it. You need to see it in 3D and you'll understand why. Obviously there's just a couple of bad points. Like, I think the running time for this film, it could have been maybe an extra 10 minutes longer, you know, and it could have just filled in maybe a couple more, maybe, I don't know, maybe a couple more backstory to the rookie or whatnot. But also the main villain, Mama, I like her, but you just don't really get to see her, like, at the end. Like, at the end, you expect a big massive battle, like any, or a big gunfire battle. You just don't really see it happening, and it's just, that's kind of a bit of a letdown. But other than all, this film is great. I'm actually really going to give this film a 9 out of 10 because I absolutely do like this film really well. I think it's it goes toe and toe with Amazing Spider-Man, but to the other big winners like Avengers: Dark Knight, I don't think it's in sort of their league. But this film is really good, and I think it's the most underrated comic book film probably in a while.